Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much. Thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on 4th down. Escapes the pressure going right. Crosses the 35. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
Here's a give to Durham. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Making the adjustment on the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tigers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Green. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. And the Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Handoff, Caden Durham. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Might as well run him again. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Running right, it's Durham. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job.
Unleashes one deep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Caught. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Second down to the air. Over the middle, it's Williams. Right down the gut of the field. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Right back to the well. Knocked down immediately.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And, man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Keeps it on first down. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to... He gets a hand on it. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays now set up with a whole playbooks available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that third down and short range.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He's got room. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble. Has another 1st down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Takes a shot. Slots it away.
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They were all over it. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Quarterback changing the play. 2nd down, gonna throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Tells to run, wants to pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Handoff, Durham running left. Pushes ahead for 1, it's 2nd and 9. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
You know, quarterbacks cannot stare down receivers, especially when thrown over the middle of the field. You've got to look these safeties off. That was going to be a small window to throw into anyway, but staring at that wide receiver made the safety's job so much easier.
It's complete to the right. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on second down. Under pressure. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more...
He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Left side is Berry. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Wilson has it over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to fire to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Mississippi State head coach at the half. This team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Here's a give to Durham. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Caden Durham again. There he goes. At the He's at the touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They want to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Dangerous throw on that one.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what...
They're going to throw it over the top of the D. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldog. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You've got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Tigers sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Out wide left, it's Green.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Berry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on 1st down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Turns it upfield. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He'll try to get the first through the air, keeping his eyes downfield. They're working that left side. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Drops back on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, in the first half, they had a hard time trying to contain this quarterback because of his speed. But here we go in the second half now. They need things to start happening. And finally, they were able to get to him and bring him down for a sack. They're trailing in this game. You just get the feeling, guys, if they're going to come back and win, this defense is probably going to have to register a few more plays like that.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
That wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll start on the ground with Durham. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into the ground.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the first down. Running right, it's Durham. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Durham one more time. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And that now, this guy's 2nd sack of the game. We were talking to him leading up into this one. He said, you know, nobody respects my speed and nobody respects my athleticism. I don't think anybody thinks we can stop this guy, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And he has shown up today ready to wreck this game. He is having an outstanding day right now on defense.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The give. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Right back to it. Bring him down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
The give to the back. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. The give as they work on that clock.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
The fake wants to throw. Fires downfield. Left side is Green. Touchdown Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. And getting that score, that is huge for their win probability.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Back to pass on second down. Caught. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
That's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions, you got to put something together. The last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Off play action. Moving to his left. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Play action on first down. And he gets rid of it.
I wonder how much of that incompletion is due to the pass rush. That quarterback did not have a lot of time to throw that football. This offensive line's going to have to do a better job giving him time.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Snap in the shotgun. Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Durham. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Rush right in his face. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout on the field. 2:03 remaining. The defense trying to manipulate that clock and maximize the time with the 2-minute timeout coming up. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Stepping to the right. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Wants to throw one first. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to...
He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this guy has had himself a day. Already over 100 yards receiving.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Snapped it in the shotgun. Extending the play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. That's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to pass. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Deep shot for the end zone. And here's the third interception of the night.
Well, Man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Fresh setter down's going to the air. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack and such a feel to take off and run and make people miss and create explosive plays, and that's why they built the lead here today.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Enough to move the chains. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Handoff, Caden Durham. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on.